G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 24 of my Lightning Eye of Reckoning Archon playthrough, where in the real world, it's been almost 2 full weeks since I actually played this character. And that means that there's a little bit of time here on the XP bar. When I finished the last episode, I was up to about here at level 84. And so I've done something to get me about 20% of a level. I have spent the points. They did end up here in Heart of the Wild and also in Physique. And I've changed some gear around. And I have no idea what I was doing or thinking when I actually did it. So, from what I can tell, the changes made have been the components on the rings are now bloodied crystals. The component on the chest is now a sanctified bone instead of, I think it's chains of Oleron. The pants have changed, so we've gone from the Storm Cage leg guards to the mythical hulking leg guards. And the boots have changed, so we've gone from Bone Shadow Treads to the mythical Golemborn Greaves. As far as I can tell, those are the only changes to the character. And I cannot for the life of me remember what I did to get this extra XP. It may have just been turning in a quest. It may have been killing a few totems. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember. So, I'm fairly confident that past me knew what he was doing, even if current me has no idea. I'm also going to go ahead and break all of these items. These are level 58. They're less armor even than the level 67 ones that I want to replace. So I'm just going to break all of these now and keep my components. I will probably, maybe, want to use these again at a later date. And I don't think I need any of this level 50 stuff. These Dread Knight leg plates, very little on these that I love. They could be potentially useful for the resistances. The physical resist is good. Pierce and Chaos is a nice alternative to the Aether resist on the hulking leg guards. So I'm gonna hang on to these just in case, but I'm not expecting to use them. These pants are no longer needed. This chest is level 94, and the armor on it is kind of nice, so I'll hang on to that as well. Having plus 6 to Shattering Smash, maybe it'll be useful later. I believe you need a shield to use it. Is that right? Yeah, requires a melee weapon and a shield. So it's pretty unlikely, but the armor value on this is more than I currently have, so maybe I'll hang on to it for a little bit. The Shroud of Illusion has ever so slightly more armor than the Flesh Warped Plate Mail there. The conversion from Aether to Elemental is potentially okay. And the elemental damage is useful because this is a lightning build. However, well, actually, we could just swap that over. 18% vitality res would cap my vitality. 12% chaos would cap chaos. So I could do this change. Am I going to? Yeah, I think I am. And it's too late now to change my mind. So yes, we are going to be running around with a dress on. The Shroud of Illusion, I guess it's chest armor rather than caster armor, but kind of looks like a dress. Okay, and then these shoulders here. These have a ton of resistances on them, and less armor than my current ones. Can I use those? Not really. I need the chaos resistance on these shoulders for the moment at least. But I'm going to hang on to those because they could be good. These are duplicates. I'm already wearing these. And these are... I'm going to say they are the inferior pair. Less move speed, less armor percentage. Honestly, it's kind of whatever for those ones. So I'm going to sell those as well. And then this stuff I'm going to hang on to for reasons. I'm not sure why. I probably won't use any of it. Alright. So it's time to head on through to the city of Malmouth. So let's head on up to Barrowholm, and we will go through to Lone Watch. So like I said, it's been about 2 weeks since I actually played this character. So, hang on. There's something missing. There it is. I can hear the noise again. The noise that the pets make is kind of crazy. The whistling sound from the wind devils. It used to be worse, actually. When they made them permanent, the noise was deafening. Now it's just kind of background, but it's noticeable when it's not there. Alright, so we're going to cut our way through all of these Wendigos. What I probably should be doing is replacing these weapons. That might have to be another episode later, just a quick farming one. Just say, you know, I'm going to go until I get 2 decent weapons at level 84, and the episode can be as long as it needs to be. For now, though, these will do. We can spin our way through this, and we will end up getting to the other side eventually. I wonder if there's a way you can get down there. I'm almost certain there isn't, but I do want to go down there and just run around. See what's going on. So, at least as far as the story is concerned, this is all Aether Fire, and it's an impenetrable wall to keep everyone out of the city, which is why we have to go through literal hell in order to get there. Okay, we have Reflect Dude, Alcadius the Unburied, busy doing Reflect Dude things. I did use the Ascension buff there, just so as I didn't kill myself. I haven't fought a Reflect monster for a little while, so maybe it would have been fine. But maybe I would have been dead, so it's usually worth using the buffs. I'm going to come over here and check for the Exalted Stash that isn't here. Unfortunately, the Exalted Stash that isn't here, well, it's not here. So I'll have to go and check some other places. But honestly, I think if I don't find the Exalted Stash, I'm kind of okay with that. We're just going to work our way through these idiots. Still having to use the occasional healing potion, which I don't love. But it's probably fine. Probably. Alright. Anutu Ukog. Sounds like some raid strat from an MMO. Interesting name, but not one I'm glad I have to pronounce very often. Okay, any good stuff here? Bladed plating? No. I mean, I'll eat it because it's a blueprint. What else we got here? I think none of this is actually going to be any good, so we'll probably end up selling all of this. I'm not seeing any affixes that I particularly like. None of the MIs are for this build, so we'll just pick up the loot and be on our way. Why are you glowy? I don't know. I don't know why he was glowy, some sort of buff. It apparently wasn't enough to stop me from murdering him to death, so there we go. Yeah, he's got one as well. Maybe it's a buff from these guys, or potentially it's just how they look. Alright, these guys have way too much health. I wonder if they actually have health, or if it's armor, or if it's just lightning resistance, perhaps. We will never know. Definitely no website that you can go to and just look at the resistances that monsters have. Someone should really make that. Okay, here's my Exalted Stash. It's even called Exalted Stash, so I'm going to take that. Necrolord's Shroud. Why is everything pets lately? Was that the mythical one? That is. That is the mythical Necrolord Shroud. Really, really good for pet builds. Or at least Vitality skeleton builds. Assuming it's the one I'm thinking of. I could be completely wrong. Let's have a look at that again. Okay, yeah, so the Necrolord's aura would apply to pets. Bonus to all pets are pretty nice, and a bunch of skill points. So, yeah, that's probably the chest piece that my Vitality Kabbalist is wearing. I'm not going to check in the middle of this episode, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, and everybody's dead, so let's jump into the Chthonic Rift. Through to the Void's Edge. And this is probably the scariest fight until probably Korvac, honestly. I want to say it's Ekadzul, but whatever this guy's name is, probably the scariest fight, as I said, until we get to Korvac, in my opinion. And it's really not that scary. If you don't have your resistances under control by this point, you're probably already dead. Many times. So, most people are going to go into this fight with resistances being fine, and as long as you don't stand in the volcano, he's not really going to be able to do much. So as soon as he leans forward to flap his wings at you, just evade through him, that one there, and then he just kind of dies. And I think he was trying to place a oh no, he did place a volcano there. You just don't stand in the volcano, and you'll be fine. And as soon as you see the little volcano balls flying all over the place, you just stay away from it. And it's no problem. And once more proving that perdition is everywhere until you want it. There's that, the helmet blueprint that took me a decent while to get. And we got +1 to Shaman on this belt. No flat lightning damage. The proc is nice. It is actually a nice defensive proc. But I don't think I'll be using it. Anywho, we are done in literal hell. And if I could find this hole in the wall, we'll get out of here. Now, we do have an Olgrim to talk to. And I'm kind of tempted to do the fight, I'm not going to lie. I'm seriously considering it. Just as a sort of something to do kind of thing, but I think I will skip it. This is still hardcore. So we're not your mum. Let's tell him to snap out of it. Tell him to stand up. Now I could attack him. I'm just going to keep my mouse off of that so as I don't accidentally. But we're going to tell him he's in the void. We're his friend, and we're going through the void to Malmouth. You can fight him. He is decently difficult as far as fights go. But by this time, you probably should be able to handle him. If you're playing hardcore though, that's never a fight you want to take, because optional fights that don't really give you anything are just a potential way to get yourself killed. Okay. Yakwamal? Yakwamal? Interesting name. Anyway. Yakwamal is gone. Alright, Barrowholm rep. I wonder where we're up to with, where are the Chthonians? Here they are. Yeah, we're not really at Nemesis with anything except, beasts are very close. So we will be running into my good friend Kubakabra fairly soonish. Having said that though, there's not a huge amount of beasts in the city of Malmouth. So that's probably going to be a Forgotten Gods thing. We'll see how we go though. Maybe I'll just go turn them on. In fact, you know what? Alright, I'm on it. And as is tradition... Wait, what? Okay, hang on. Revered with the Black Legion. Really, really good. Impurity, the relic. Okay. I didn't know what that was. I just assumed that this is a quest reward right near the end of Ultimate. I've already got this. So I was going to say, as is tradition, I already know this, and then throw it on the floor. And they flipped the script on me. That just doesn't happen. Alright, we're going to go spawn... Actually, before I do this, how far do we actually have to go? 300. Yeah, we're going to go spawn Kuba. Just because I want to. Here's 2 beasts that are going to give me a... Well, 3, actually, beast heroes. There's the Codex of Lies. I've seen this a lot lately. Let's not stand in the goop. How are we doing now? 305? Okay. That's alright. There's going to be a ton of beasts through here to kill, including actually way more heroes than I was expecting. Okay, we'll just grab all the loot here, standing in the lightning goop, which is, yeah, it's not ideal, but apparently it was fine. The other places that are good for grinding this reputation, you could go into the Pine Barrens, go kill Mogara, Ungoliax, whole bunch of beast kin in that area as well. I think the Grobles, I'm pretty sure, are beast kin. So honestly, that's probably the better place to go do this. Yeah, okay, I've talked myself into it. Let's go to the Pine Barrens. We'll go say hi to Mogara. If nothing else, it's a shot at a Manticore Eye. And you can never have enough Manticore Eyes. Yeah, they are. These guys are beastkin. So 202. He died, and we are now... Hang on, 202. I was almost certain that the beastkin count. Something here is counting. I'm killing enemy heroes. Seems like they count, even though they are rift spawn and not actually beast. That's fine. I'll be honest, I don't really care why they count. I'm just glad that they do. And like I said, we're going to go kill Mogara. But first, have any of you guys got eyeballs? Ooh, you might have some eyeballs. Euroxus the Swiftclaw. No eyeballs, but, you know, blue items. Kind of like eyeballs. In the sense that I want them, not that they're actually crafting components that I'm interested in. Okay, I'm probably going to go around that way as well. There's often a Manticore hero over that way, so definitely worth doing. And tail slap. Dodged him. Spot the guy who's killed Mogara literally hundreds of times at this point. How are we doing? 12. Okay. The next hero, or the next large pack of beasts. This might even do it. Maybe. Of course, now that I've been to all the to the major areas where there are beastkin, or beasts, there's no beasts left. How am I going to spawn Kuba? Alright, there's Nemesis with the beasts. We'll just keep spinning through here, I think. And we can maybe get Kuba to come out and play. I'm thinking the Tyrant's Hold might be the way to go here. Or maybe a couple of beast totems would also be good. There's an ancient one just up here. I don't know that this will be enough, but we will find out. Okay, level up. Level up is good. Alright, that is a lot of loot. I am standing in poison. There we go. Okay. None of this, I think, is going to be actually useful, but the blueprints are going to be good. Primal Instinct, okay. Pet stuff again. There we go. Baldur's Mask. Now, I think I had the chest. No, I had Zolhan's. Okay, I think I had the Baldur's one from something else. But I don't think that's particularly useful. Silver Sentinel's Mask is definitely not. Amarastan Crusher and Void Rend Talons, no. So I think we just pick this up, or at least as much as we can before we run out of inventory. There it is. We'll go and sell this. And maybe we head into Tyrant's Hold just to play with Kuba. Oops, no, that was the one item I didn't want to sell. I have everything else, but not that. Alright, so we got Nemesis with the beast. We'll go play with Kuba, and then we'll get on with the city of Malmouth. So the good thing about deliberately trying to spawn the Nemesis is once you have spawned him, if things go south, you can rift away, and you don't have to worry about him jumping out from behind a different bush, because he already exists in the game somewhere, and he can't be in two places at once. Also, I'm going to put more points in Heart of the Wild and in Physique here. I guess we'll go back and head towards the Tyrant's Hold. have actually fought Kuba inside the Tyrant's Hold, and yeah, I don't recommend it. Just in general, there is not a huge amount of room to kind of dodge around things. Alright, I probably should be killing these guys as well, so we'll go ahead and spin through them. Yeah, he might have eyeballs. Can't not kill the guys that may have eyeballs. Alright, what do we got? Let's not go that way. We'll go this way. Oh, here we go. This is some juicy reputation. So I believe how the spawning mechanics with the Nemesis work now is it's a certain amount of reputation. Although you can't actually get reputation, but if you would have got reputation, it adds to the counter. And then once you have enough negative reputation with that faction, it spits out a Nemesis. So we just have to keep killing beasts until it decides that we've killed enough of them, and then we can play with Kuba. Now, I did say I was going to be heading towards the Tyrant's Hold, and I am. I just want to check for the doors for the Ungoliant fight, or the Ungoliax fight. There it is. Alright, we can drop in here. This is the Bloodbrier's lair. I want to kill him because reputation. Also, apparently there's heroes in here, which is nice. More loot, more better. And I think we might actually be getting close to spawning Kuba. I base this on nothing more than feeling. And maybe optimism. But there's been a decent number of beasts we've killed. I think there's a fair chance that he's going to spawn in this cave. If not, almost certainly in the cave underneath. But I guess we'll find out. Nope. Titan plating, however, is really, really good. Titan plating goes on your chest, and it will give you a 12% increase to your armor amount. Unfortunately, does not increase armor absorption, but 12% increase on armor is definitely pretty good. Especially in a game where most of the big one-shot attacks are going to be doing physical damage. So having more armor is... I won't say it's always better, but it's often a good thing to have. Okay, rift spawn here. Probably not really what I'm after. The spiders through here? Maybe? I guess we'll find out. Listed as arachnid. We'll kill a bunch of them off, see what happens. And we can always kill Ungoliax here. Okay, Ugdenbog leather, another amazing component. So very happy about that. This is kind of the upgraded anti-venom salve. It's not, but it is. You lose the armor, but you gain on bleeding resistance. So it's really good. Used in a lot of kind of final builds. So we're starting to get some good components now, which is nice. May as well pick the bone slicer up. Alright, more beasts out here. This is good. We'll kill all of these off, and... Kuba? No Kuba. Alright, you know what? I don't like you. You can die. Yeah, I think we'll just do a quick run through the hold here. I'm gonna be stubborn about this. I want to fight Kubakabra. I shouldn't, but I want to, so we're gonna do it. I should be over in Malmouth, spelunking through the sewers. That's where I should be. It's not where I am, though. I'm noting a distinct lack of bong noises, the ones that usually come with a Nemesis. definitely not hearing that noise. I'm not okay with it. Like I said though, I have definitely fought Kuba inside this area here. So unless he decides to come out and play from these guys, which looks like he hasn't, I'll probably end up fighting him in here. With this build, it's probably not such a big deal. The narrow spaces kind of don't matter for this build. There he is. Okay. Whoop. He's coming. That was half my health bar with one hit. Okay, death saves have triggered. Definitely standing in the goop is not a good plan. I also don't want to attract any healers, if I can avoid it. And I kind of want to kill these guys before... There we go. Kind of want to kill them before the health bar goes down, before they start getting attacks on me. Because my health potion was just used. Alright, well, it turns out Kuba's not really all that difficult. I mean, I did have to use a healing potion, I guess, but... Anyway, let's go vendor some stuff in the Coven. The other thing that happened just before we came out at the... What is it called? The Lone Watch there. We did hit Revered with the Black Legion. Which means we can now go and buy some really good augments from them. The easiest ones to get, or the kind of the most valuable ones, are from the Black Legion. So you have, I think it's Mankind's Vigil, will give you 9% Aether and 9% Chaos resistance. We really don't need the Aether resistance, but we really, really need some more Chaos. And the other one, not Mankind's Vigil, Kingsguard Powder, should be Poison and Piercing, which kind of okay for those as well at the moment. So maybe we just leave those for now. And we progress into the city. So that was a nice little detour to fight Kuba. Definitely didn't need to do it, but I kind of wanted to. Alright, so getting to the actual city itself, we're going to have some cultists to fight through here. Not a big deal. Once we get down onto the plains, I'll probably do the... Is it Morndale? The Chthonic Plain down there. I'll kill Dravis's friend, assuming I've got enough damage for it. I think I should at this point. And then we'll go drop a rift by Daila, whatever her name is, and then head into the city. Gotta get there first, though. Okay, killing Chthonians is actually a pretty good way to get Barrowholm reputations, so that's good. Just checking... Yeah, the Malmouth resistance I don't have the writ for. That's fine. We will definitely get that as soon as it's available. And we just not stand in the goop. Alright, so I am on the lookout for a treasure trove out here as well. Kind of not expecting to find it, but, you know, it'll be nice. That's not here. Alright, well, I'm out of ideas. Okay, I'm looking for the red portals now. The easiest way to find it is to just kind of head pretty much north. I guess it's kind of northeast. And then you'll run into the tap lake, or you just find it. Same with the treasure trove, you just find it. That works as well. Runebound Topaz, another really good ring component. This one giving stun resistance and a bunch of health and defensive ability. If you need stun resistance, couldn't be me. This is a really good component for putting on your rings if you do need that. Lately I've been putting bloodied crystals on everything because armor is overpowered. But if you happen to need stun resistance, that is a good way of getting, what is it, 20%, so 10% for each ring. Not bad at all. Okay, here we have the either the pistol or the tap. Turn the tap on here, water comes out there. Or it's just a Y that points towards this red portal. So potentially your red portal's not there. If your red portal is not there, head kind of northwest. If that makes sense. Like really pretty much straight up, but like a little bit to the left. And you'll find the second one, and then the third one I will attempt to point out when I get there. Okay, so we are in a dangerous domain. This is the Cinder Waste, not Morndale. I think Morndale might be the area we just came from. There is a little bit scary boss in here. Let's see if he's down here. This is one of the places he lives. No, he's not here. Also, there's a quest in there you can do, or not, as you wish. I'm going to skip it, just because I can never remember how you're supposed to solve it. I think if you let the cultists out, I think they release a demon and kill off the guardian at the bottom of the ruins of Abid. I want to use that guardian for grinding witch cult reputation, so I don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure if you don't release them, then they don't kill that boss and you can fight it again later. But honestly, I kind of just don't do the quest and it's fine. Here's Gabalthun, the Visage of Madness. Hits pretty hard, as you can see there, and has friends as well. So depending on where you encounter him, he can be a bit of a pain. So I got through him decently easily. For a while, I actually thought he was a Nemesis, because he would just wreck my builds. I had to run away from him several times when I first started. Okay, remember the exit is there. And this is who we're actually here for, Bandragos, and his two little friends, Minion of Dravis. These things heal. The big guy doesn't heal, it gets healed. But what we can do is, as long as we're hitting all three of them, I think, they won't be able to heal all three of them. Oh, apparently they just die. The other really easy way to do that fight is you just do enough damage that they can't heal enough. But if you're hitting all three of them, then that's usually enough as well. Now, I haven't found the treasure trove, so I'm just going to poke my head down here. Treasure trove potentially is going to be along this edge somewhere. Yeah, it's not here. I kind of have it in my head that it could be down here as well, but nah. That's fine, no treasure trove for me. I didn't actually want it anyway, I just wanted to show it. I mean, I gotta kill these guys now, right? It'd be rude not to. Alright, let's get out of here. So like I said, you can go through that portal down there. It's another plane like this one. And at the end of it is a couple of cultists. Like I said, if you let them out, they will kill the boss that I want to farm. And if you don't let them out, I'm pretty sure they don't kill it. But it's just kind of not worth it for me. So I don't. Alright, so we have come out at the northern section here. Looks like it's pretty much due northwest. Do you say due northwest, or is it just northwest? I'm just going to say northwest. It's northwest of the Gun Lake, or the Y Lake. Usually I just kind of run directly north, and I run into this little compound, and I go, oh, it's here, and I find it. The other one is pretty much here. If you just pretend that you were shot out of the gun's barrel, then you will end up in the right place. I don't need to go there, so I'm not going to run the whole way down and show it, but my good friend Daila is over here. Gonna just drop a rift next to her and be on my way. Now, by this stage in the game, you still need Aether Crystals, but there are much easier ways to farm them than killing these crystals. So I'm going to pretty much skip a lot of these. And we have access to the Warden Krieg's laboratory, so if we need them, we can just go and get some. but I guess getting them as you're leveling is probably the better way to do it, so you don't have to farm the Warden's Lab for an hour and a half. But it's definitely less efficient, if that makes sense. So depending on whether you're interested in efficiency or having fun while you're farming, you may want to change your strategy accordingly. Alright, so next mission is to get into the city, which is relatively easy. We just gotta find the hole in the wall. Kill this guy just because he's here. And we're pretty much in. There's an 8th cluster, that's pretty good. How many have I got? 7, it's not bad. Alright, and this is on Ultimate, so we do have access now to Lokar. If that's something you want to do, I strongly urge you not to with a level 86 build. I say this on Reddit every other day. Lokar is not something you do because you hit level 100. It's something you do when your build is done and you want to make other builds. But you actually have to have the done build before you can kill him. He's... I'm pretty sure Xantai's on record as saying that the Celestials are not actual gods, but they're effectively the same thing. So you're not just going to walk in and kill him with just leveling gear. Right, let's go ahead and do this fight here for the Rift Gate. I'm going to turn the loot off because there's going to be a decent number of enemies. Got Venalius the Voracious and his friends, Chromalis. I'm guessing he does elemental damage, just based on the name. Okay, you can stop throwing things at me as well. Alright, so we talked to Ulgrim, and, oops, that's the wrong button. Turn the loot back on. Suppose we can have a look. I read that as Shoulder Guards of Perdition. It's not, but I definitely expected it to be. We have one more stop to make before we head back to Daila, and that stop is in here. Now, we are also above level 75, which means we can kill Turnox and have a shot at some Krieger's Boots. Which, if you have a physical or Aether Death Knight, Krieg's Boots is something you might want to consider wearing. Assuming you can find him. Of course, he's going to be in the location furthest away from the Rift Gate, so... Alright, I'm gonna go kill him. So, Turnox lives kind of here-ish, or over here-ish, or over here-ish. So, you're gonna see where the third over here-ish is, because that's where he's going to be this time. And we're gonna go kill him. Also, this room that he's in, potentially, I think the most I've had is 7 dynamite that spawns in here. But maybe you can get a few extra if you get lucky. There was 1. We'll see how we go with the rest of it. You guaranteed that 1, and then a somewhat decent chance to get another one. Alright, we got Wrathmorn and some other... Well, I'm not going to call it junk, but yeah, it's kind of junk. This chest here is often pretty good. This is not a one-shot chest or anything like that. It's just sometimes a slightly fancy chest. And you get, you know, a couple of extra dynamites for coming in here. It's not bad. It's not bad. Especially if you are farming the boots anyway. You may as well. Alright, let's get out of here. We've got to go and talk to Daila. Wayward Soul getting a level up is really nice. I think I mentioned a couple times now that that is probably my favorite devotion for defense lately. I'm not saying it's the most powerful or anything, but I just like it. Alright, successfully did all of that stuff without clearing my Rift Gate. I'm pretty sure that's a miracle of some description or another. But anyway, did I already find Stormheart? Huh. Okay. Anyway, what are you doing out here? I have what you're looking for. What now? Been there, I found his minions. And thank you for the blade. So we already found Stormheart. Here's Blazeheart. This quest is the only way you get Blazeheart. So if you're playing a character and you happen to want Blazeheart Dagger, you want Vitality and Chaos to Fire conversion for some reason, This is the only way you can get it, and I'm pretty sure these don't drop. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I've ever seen it drop. So I'm semi-confident in saying that this quest is the only way you can get them, and if you want to dual wield them, you need 2 characters. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm fairly confident that it is true. Anyway, we're not playing an oppressor or something like that, and I don't particularly care about vitality and chaos conversion to fire. But it is a cool dagger. And you can get the whole set on every character. So you have the Blaze Heart, which we obviously just got. Storm Heart, which she was saying we already had it. So that one might be something that can drop. And then Chill Heart is in the second half of Forgotten Gods. You can stand in the goop for long enough and it'll just drop itself on the floor. Chill Heart's a pretty good dagger. I've used it in my cold converted Primal Strike Trickster build, which I'm really happy with. Anyway, we're not talking about that character, we are talking about going through the sewers here. There's not really anything notable to talk about in the sewers. There is Galacros, I guess, but I think I'm going to skip him. Again, it's an optional fight that's kind of rippy, or at least it can be kind of rippy. And I don't get anything out of it aside from XP and random drops that's actually good. So I'm probably not going to go and do that fight. I really should do a character where I just have to take every single optional boss fight and see how far I get. Where do I think I would get to with that character? Let's see, optional boss fights. Probably the Logorian's brother fight in the Ugden Bog. I'm blanking on the name right now, but it's the cold version of the Logorian. That I think would probably end most characters if you're leveling. What other optional fights are there? I guess we could talk about the skeleton key dungeons. If you're not prepared, those could definitely delete a character. Shazul especially, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, and Gargle Balls. Yeah, Gargle Balls would definitely not be fun. Alright, anyway, we've made it to the sewers. We've made it to the, what are they called? The Resistance? There we go. We made it to the Resistance hideout. Let's go ahead and vendor all this rubbish. Do I want to keep this? I'll keep it for now, but I think it's unlikely to actually be good, and I'm pretty sure I have like 6 of them in my shared stash. So I don't think I care, but we'll see. I'll check the rolls on it, see if it's any good, and maybe I'll hang on to it. Actually, you know what? I've got Grim Tools up on the other screen. Blaze Heart, go. In all caps, because I happen to have cap locks on. Okay, daggers. Alright, what do we got here? So, up to 356 fire damage. I'm like 20 above the minimum roll on that. Conversion is actually pretty good rolls. So 36 to 54% on both of those. That's not bad. The attack speed roll is 15 to 21%, so that's not bad either. Yeah, I think I'll keep this one. I'll chuck it in the stash, probably forget about it. We'll just put him there and, like I said, probably forget about it. Okay, let's head out into the Candle District and see if we can't find a big dumb idiot standing in front of the gate. Oh, I wonder if Old Mate's gonna choose death today, or if he's gonna choose to live. I feel like that's not a door over there. I might have just been rubbing myself against the window provocatively, and all the ethereals decided to run over. Send its Spellbreakers. These guys have got a lot of really good MIs that they can drop. Ooh, the Octavius blueprint there. Pretty good if you're wanting to do some sort of physical build. Alright. Here's old mate. What is his name? Nico. Okay, let's see if Nico wants to die. I'm pretty sure this is just a 50-50 coin flip. So, hi Nico. Tails you live, heads you die. I don't mean any harm, I'm not a monster, I can get you there. Oh, he chose to live, okay. So I guess it was heads? What did I say? Tails you live, heads you die, something like that? Whatever it was. It came up life. Alright, I do want to get that, what are we calling them? That totem? Because loot and XP. Now I'm 87 here. I'm expecting I'll probably be like 91, 92 when we kill the boss of this expansion. And then probably finish up Forgotten Gods around level 95, 96. Sounds like a plan. Let's turn that loot off so I can see what's going on. Also, we've got the big ugly dudes doing a decent amount of damage, and Figilius, the Storm Bile, has decided he wants to play as well. Everybody's dead. What do we got? Spell Scorch Plating, that's another really good component. This one for Elemental Resist. Technically Pierce and Health as well, but usually you don't have too much issue with those. And we'll just pick up the rest. But yeah, the Spell Scorch Plating there, definitely the highlight of the drops here. Alright, and now we just continue along the northern edge of this particular area. Waste a whole bunch of mana spinning against the wall. Brenazad. Interesting name. Okay, definitely getting reputation with the resistance here. We are coming up on, what's that, Honored? So as soon as I see the text for us being honored, I definitely want to go back to do, well, the sewers at the moment, but the Steel Cap District probably, and get the writ. Along here, we've definitely got one of the wagons. There's a guaranteed dynamite up here as well, which I like. And then maybe, we'll see if it's here. Yep, there it is. There's the treasure trove in the area. There's a couple different spawn locations. This is the only one I really check most of the time. Tainted Heart, another good component, if you happen to need those resistances. And the Mythical Mage Guard legs. Now, this is ever so slightly less armor, 1% less physical resistance, better by about 30% elemental resistance. The energy absorption from enemy spells could be useful. A little bit less health. But the Elemental Blast could be useful. We have a lot of elemental, specifically lightning, but we do have a decent amount of cold and fire as well, so the proc on this could be useful. Not sure I'm going to use them, but we'll hang on to them for the moment. Alright, so treasure chest is done. We just need to get the wagons. There should be 2 more wagons from memory. And we're going to... Guess we'll grab the secret loot. So this little body here, this is a hidden stash. Definitely does not drop double rares very often. But I think you're guaranteed 2 to 3 rares from one of those stashes. Alright, we want to get over to the left side. Where did all my damage go? Guess we'll spend the point in physique as well. So yeah, we want to get over here. We want to fight... what is his name? I'm really, really bad with names today. But this idiot over here. Just going to grab the wagon first. And as is tradition, I ran past the first wagon, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to have to go back all the way out the other side of the sewers to get the first one. So there was my wagon. So I'm at 2 of 3 now, and it's just, yeah, the northern wagon. I'll probably even be able to see it on the map from standing over here. Not quite. But yeah, it's going to be kind of over here, maybe over here. That's fine, I'll have to go back. Which we can do after we go and kill Old Maid, whose name I still don't remember. I'm going to remember it about half a second before he comes on the screen. No, he's on the screen, I still don't remember. What is it? Bolag. Of course it's Bolag. Who else would it be? Alright, pushing Ascension. And we're just kind of going to blow him up. Ascension's gone. Lovely. He's dead. The mythical Serenity Stone. Not a bad drop. Don't think I've ever used it, but it's not a bad drop. I had a feeling it was this one again. So Serenity Stone, good resistances. Poison and Bleeding, pretty good ones to have. Cold to Vitality conversion, no real skill points to talk about, and then the proc. It's not bad. Alright, come here, Creed. We found survivors, off you go. Alright, and I need to go back to the sewers as well. Interesting place for them to be standing. I need to go back to the sewers as well, not to talk to him, but I guess we can talk to him. There we go, Savior. I think there's an achievement for that quest. I think my game just freaked out for a second there too. Alright, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be up here. So let's head that way. I probably even saw it on the map as I was walking past, and I just didn't notice it. Guess we'll find out here. No, it's over here. That's fine, we'll head that way. Just need to hit it once and I can rift back to the sewers. There we go. I mean, I could rift back to the sewers, but look at all this XP. Also, an Aether Shard and an Aether Cluster. Absolutely worth. Alright, let's turn these quests in here. We're gonna get to 88 here? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Alright, Creed. What's our plan? I'll join the attack. Alright, there's 88. Unsurprisingly, more points in Heart of the Wild. We've hit Honored. So absolutely going to be going over here and eating 1 writ. Okay, and you know what? You can buy all this from me. Aren't you lucky? Look at all that loot that nobody else is going to be able to buy. Or, you know, want. Okay, and this seems like a convenient place to stop for the moment, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.